So today we're introducing the X1 Yoga. This one here, you'll see it's the lightest 14-inch convertible. This particular one has an OLED display. So it's a 14-inch OLED display, as you can see. If you compare it to the other one here, very much crisper image, great blacks, really good blues and reds. Overall, a really good display. It's a yoga device. So it has the 4 modes that yoga you may be familiar with on the yoga. It's a touch display, of course. So we've incorporated here a active capacitive pen stored into the device. Gives you about 2 hours of battery writing time. If you run out, pop it in, 15 seconds later you've got another hour and a half. So plenty of time to do your sketching and your writing. A couple of other things we've added, WiGig, so now supports wireless docking. Also it's a yoga, and this is one of the first yogas with wireless WAN, and that's LTE, so super fast connectivity when you're on the road. Port-wise, we have a number of ports. We've added a 3rd USB, so we now have 3 USBs. We have our new OneLink Plus connector, which provides dual 4K out, Ethernet support, power, and USB. On the back, we've also added back a micro SD slot, so you can have extra storage if you want, and then also the SIM card is stored there. The OLED version comes in at 2.8 pounds, so really super light, and it's about just over 16 millimeters thick. We also have another version which is not OLED. This one here. This comes in a WQHD and an FHD panel option. It's a little heavier, 3.0 pounds, but still very light. And then also we have updated our X1 Carbon. Again, very similar looking ID, ports-wise very similar, but this one is now 2.6 pounds, so very light. But of course it still meets all the mil-spec testing, the ThinkPad durability and reliability. Spec-wise, these come with i5, i7 CPUs with a vPro option, 4, 8 and 16 gig of RAM, and up to 1 terabyte at NVMe PCIe, so super fast storage devices as well. So that's 2.6 pounds for this one.
In terms of ports, is there any...
No difference in the ports. Yeah,
the
spec-wise, ports-wise, they're exactly the same.
All right.
Yeah, so really the Yoga, X1 Yoga, just adds the pen and the 360, the full yoga functionality. Yeah. Again, the panel choice is the same on this, an FHD or a WQHD 300 nit panel.
And also supports LTE SIM cards?
LTE and WiGig, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So that's it. That's our new X1 line.
Okay. And
so we do have a few accessories as well to go with it. We have the new X1 mouse. As you can see, it's very slim, wedge shaped, right, just like the X1. Very light, small for traveling. You can get it, connect to it using a dongle, or if you want to use Bluetooth, you can do that. It also charges. So no more AA or AAA batteries you need to worry about. But the neat thing is, if you turn it over, you have a little trackpad on the bottom here, so you can control your cursor if you're presenting. And then it has a backward and a forward presenter mode, so you can skip through. Yeah, so very handy for if you're like a salesman traveling and presenting a lot. Here's our WiGig dock. Very small and compact. Like I said, all the X1 support WiGig docking, a couple of digital video out ports on the back, a number of USB ports, USB 2, USB 3, RJ45 for Ethernet connectivity. I mentioned our OneLink Plus connector on the X1. Here's the new dock. So it's now lays flat on the desk for more stability. Supports dual 4K double DP outs, so for dual 4K, again a bunch of USB ports, Ethernet, and also a VGA option as well. And then something that gets a lot of attention is all the X1s support rapid charging, so 80% from 0 to 80% about just under an hour. But that requires a 65 watt adapter, which is this one here. And we're also launching our micro adapter, which again is 65 watt, but as you can see, it's incredibly small compared to the previous version. So for people traveling, just want to have a little small adapter, this is perfect.